Was there a lot of trial and error as you're trying to find out where on the spectrum that your specialty lies, you know?
Absolutely. The first thing was, how are we going to mold these cookies so it's quicker? Because we couldn't find a machine that could produce, a third of a pound cookie at the time. So we paid somebody to like actually weld us like custom molds, and we played around with those forever, and we were timing. And then it's like, oh, well, maybe if we just get more proficient on like training and we don't need to use the molds. And then we tried that. Then I found a machine that can actually do it. Then the model was, so there, there's two big pivots. And then the model was, I'm going to sell groups of 5 franchises. So David, your first location is going to be maybe 2,500, 3,000 square feet, and then a storefront. That location, you're going to buy your own dough portioning machine and all of your ingredients. And then you open up stores, all of the other stores, and you'll deliver to yourself. I cold messaged a guy off of Instagram, the owner of Everbowl. They have, maybe 100 or so locations, an acai chain. And again, this was before I even franchised. One store, nothing else. I don't know why he responded to me and agreed to meet with me, but he did. Jeff Finster, thank you. And he said, that is a terrible model. Like, just, you will fail at that model because David doesn't want to pay 200 grand for the machine, nor hire employees to maintain that and run it. And especially not delivering to all of his other locations. Like, you will fail. You have to house that all. So another big pivot. Then we bought all the machines. We built the warehouse. And then I partnered with a management group. It was the Jimmy John CEO. It's called Craveworthy. They're out of Chicago, beginning of this year. And they came over to take over operations. First thing they did is they got rid of everything I freaking built. They said, we're only at 80 stores. Until we're at 300 stores, we're not owning this. We're selling our trucks. We're selling the facility, the equipment. We're going to go to a co-packer and then a third-party logistics. So another ginormous pivot. And I'm seeing that, and it was the right move. I mean, we're saving hundreds of thousands a month from it, and then we'll go back to it later. But I think, every other month it's pivoting.
What is the mindset inside of a pivot? So whenever something happens and you know you're going to have to pivot one way or another, what do you talk to yourself about that night when you want to make a decision, maybe that next day, so that you can keep moving forward? What conversations are you having with yourself and or with the people on your board?
Yeah, the conversation I should be having with myself, which isn't always the case, but when I exited my solar company and I jumped into Dirty Dough, I was 310 pounds and just working. Everything was work, right?
Yeah.
And at that point, I wanted $1 million net worth. I achieved it, felt great, and then felt normal again. So it's like, shit, what do I do? $2 million. That's my next goal. And then I caught myself, luckily. I'm like, no, that's going to go for the rest of my life. So I started seeing a therapist, and I came to terms with everything that I thought previously. I'm like, I'm a logical creature. Everything's logic. I don't even know what intuition is. I don't feel emotions really. And then it's like, wait, there's never been an action or goal that I've ever set that wasn't because I wanted to feel a certain way. Even the $1 million net worth was because I was after a feeling, but I didn't nail down what that emotion was. So I achieved the $1 million, and it didn't feel like I thought it was supposed to feel, really, because I didn't define it, right? It was just like, you're supposed to feel away when you're a millionaire. So defining that, like, what the goal is, for me, I narrowed it down to the mission statement, which is finding joy and fulfillment despite life's dirtiness. So finding joy and fulfillment, but don't wait to sell a solar company. So as I'm making decisions, and this is so beneficial, especially in therapy, here's 5 options that I can take today. And I'm going to have another 5 options tomorrow. Which one's going to grow my business? Which one's going to make me the most money? Get rid of all that shit and then say, which one's going to bring me more joy and fulfillment? Because more money to me equals joy and fulfillment. So let me just skip over that and kind of go to that end goal. So that's been very pivotal in having a mission statement that I could go back to on decision making. The other thing I'd mention is not being emotionally attached to anything in the business. I think I had an advantage because I bought the business. It's not grandma's recipe. I don't give a damn if I even hate the cookie that we're serving, as long as the majority of the people like it. So like branding, again, like the color that we chose, like that's not my favorite color at all, but we went out and we asked our target demographic, and we actually took the surveys and how does this make you feel on the primary color, secondary color, fonts, and all of that. And so being able to adjust with the market, and whatever stage you're in, listening to the market and being able to adjust. I think the biggest inhibitor of that is that emotional attachment that we have to our baby. So getting rid of that also makes that pivot a lot easier.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a comment below and don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Until next time.